There will be baseball on this field in just 175 days. April 4th is opening day. We open the season at home, and it'll be really exciting to follow a new organization and a new group of players that'll comprise the 2019 Grizzlies. Obviously, our left field construction is starting to take shape, so it'll be a whole new vibe in Chachansey Park with a whole new group of players next year, which is definitely exciting. A shout out to our operations crew and Pro Sports Catering, our concessions partner here. Great job on the room setup with the Nationals colors, and please join us for lunch after our remarks here. They've got a great lunch catered for us back here. If you want some coffee, that's back in the back of the room as well, so please help yourself. After the formal remarks here at the podium, our guests here from Washington and Derek will be available for one-on-one interviews, time permitting. If TV wants to get one guy or each of the guys in the group, we can certainly accommodate that. We're not in a big rush, so please see me before you leave if there's anything else that you need from any of our speakers or guests here today, and we'll get that straightened out. So I'll bring Derek Franks, Grizzlies president, up to the podium, and he'll from there introduce our guests from Washington today. But thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you, Paul. Well, we did this morning. I want to do it one more time since we've got a larger room of people, but I'd love to offer our guests from Washington here a warm Fresno, California welcome to Fresno. I think to say that we're excited about today is an understatement. We're excited to have the Washington Nationals here and officially welcome them to Fresno and announce our two-year PDC that we've already had the pleasure of signing with Washington, and we're thrilled to have you guys here and have our fans and our community get to hear more about what's going on with the Washington Nationals. This organization is one of the crown jewels and one of the biggest brands in Major League Baseball and one of the largest markets in our nation's capital. And when you go into a PDC process, you don't know who you're going to end up with, and I think for us, given the obvious fact that we are maybe the two furthest teams from each other in the country, I went into this process and our organization went into the process not thinking we could get the Washington Nationals, and really, of course, the way it played out, pleased to death that that's the case, and to align ourselves with an organization that has had a winning franchise at the Major League level, 7 straight winning seasons, won the National League East 4 times since 2012. Some of the biggest stars in Major League Baseball wear Washington Nationals caps like David's wearing right now, and so we are beside ourselves about the fact to partner. And when I called Mark Shalaba for the first time, he was out in New York. We've got some common friends in the game. Of course, I know the general manager from Syracuse, where they have been for a number of years, and some of the folks from one of their lower A teams as well, and I knew right off the bat that we were in great hands and we're going to have a great relationship with this team based on my first conversation with Mark. Kind of felt like we picked up like we've been friends and known each other forever, and that's the type of guy that Mark is, and really in the time we've spent with these guys since they got to town, we already feel like family. And so I knew going in from talking to our colleagues that we were going to get to work with a great organization with great people that care about the relationship and care about the people here, and so we've seen nothing but that, and we've had a great chance to show these guys a little bit of Fresno. We'll continue to do so over the next couple of days. Mark had his first tri-tip sandwich ever last night, so I'm excited about that. And we'll certainly get them some tacos before they head back to DC and San Diego. So we're thrilled to be able to announce our new partnership today and go into the next era of Grizzlies baseball. The next chapter in our story is the Washington Nationals affiliate, and we're so excited. Again, I mentioned the success at the big league level has been an obvious thing and something that's been impressive, and the continuity that they've had in their front office staff is something we really admire. But of course, they've developed talent, and I think I'm excited. We're excited for Mark and Ryan and Bob to be able to talk about the talent that we're going to see here in Fresno, and some of the top prospects in their system that we expect to see. And of course, right outside our window, we're hoping to see the next Juan Soto and or some of these other great players that have come through their system. And so I'm thrilled to death to like I said, to have Bob Boone, who's Vice President and advisor to the General Manager. He's always got his tacos hat on. Bob, we're thrilled to have you here. Ryan Thomas is the player, minor league director, and Mark Shalaba, I'll welcome up now. He's Director of Player Development. And so Mark, please come up and join us, and welcome to Fresno.
Good morning. On behalf of the Washington Nationals, the Lerner family, Mike Rizzo, and we'd like to thank the Fresno Grizzlies, Derek Franks, Michael Baker, and your staff here today to welcome us and add us to their family and make the Fresno Grizzlies part of the Washington Nationals player development family. We're here today with, as you introduced, Bob and Brian. We've been here together since 2005 and 6. The Washington Nationals. It's been a long run, and we're excited about bringing this Fresno community into Washington, D.C. I know we're far geographically, but we feel like just the people here, like Derek mentioned earlier, is a testament to all the men and women in this room today that you're committed to delivering a player development product on the field that our players are going to be comfortable and they can execute and develop and hopefully one day be big leaguers and help us win a world championship in Washington, D.C. We've heard nothing but great praise for the Fresno Grizzlies staff throughout the industry. We have spoken with Houston Astros, members of minor league baseball and Major League Baseball, and all executives have nothing but great things to say about Fresno, the staff, and the community. And we understand that our relationship here with the Fresno community is an important one, and we'll make sure that our players deliver not only on the field, but off the field as well, and get involved in the community efforts. It's a big part of who we are as Washington Nationals. We have a tremendous experienced coaching staff we hope to retain. Some of them have won World Series as players, been part of the organization for a long period of time, and we hope that they're here next year in Fresno. And also, we're going to make sure we have an exciting brand of baseball. We have a mixture of young talented prospects that are continuing to make their way up here into AAA, and also a mixture of some veterans with Major League experience as well. So each day in, day out, you're going to see players play hard, play to win, have fun, and prepare themselves for the next step in their evolution. Under Mike Rizzo's leadership, we really the backbone of organizations that built through player development and scouting. So we value the player development process very much, and we couldn't do it without our affiliates. And we feel like they play a vital role in that development process on the field and off the field. So it's a testament to people, like I said earlier, in this room that you're involved, and we want that to be the case. Not only the staff, but the fans, the front office, and the community. So along with the rest of our staff, I'd like to just say that I'm excited to get to know more of you here today in Fresno, get to know the community, the fans, and the rest of the front office. Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome Bob Boone to come up and say a few words as well. Bob.
It's really my pleasure to be here today and just have a tour of the facilities. We love them. Personally, for me, I live in San Diego, so I really love the facilities. It's a much closer flight for me, or drive. And I played in the Pacific Coast League many, many years ago. I managed in the Pacific Coast League many, many years ago. And I really believe for our organization moving to the Pacific Coast League is going to be really beneficial for us. And there's an inconvenience for us in stealing players from you during the season that we found very easy to do in our other affiliates. But I really think that the inconvenience of that is going to play a big factor in how we develop and how we can not have rainouts and cold outs and snow outs throughout a big part of the season. And I really think from a selfish standpoint or development that this is going to be a huge asset for us. And I think when you're in the major league side, you kind of look at it like, what if we need a pitcher to steal from AAA to pitch tonight in the big leagues? That's going to be a little more inconvenient for them, but I think the upside of the development part for us is going to be immense. Our development program has really grown, really through better and better scouting. Our international program has very, very much improved since I came here 14 years ago. And you're starting to see young kids that are going to be here a lot quicker than we've seen them in the past. And so we're really looking forward to hopefully bringing a winner here. From when you talk development, we usually don't talk a lot about winning and losing, because the real main reason is to get these guys better so that they can play in the big leagues. But a big part of that is winning. And we really think we have a better chance here than we've had in past places. I'm very excited to see it. We have some really developing kids in our A-ball program and our AA program that are going to matriculate into AAA program much faster than we've seen in the past. So I'm really excited to see what kind of club we get put on the field for you. I know Mark has spent a lot of time in signing free agents to help those kids in the past. So we've had some special people play, but we're hoping to put a real good ball club for you, put them on the field here in Fresno. And I'm personally excited to see how they develop. But that's really what we're all about, developing those kids. And we think Fresno's going to be a great place for them. Any questions? Well, it's great for us to be here and see the facilities, and we thank you for having us here. And we also are excited about having a 2-year program that we think was going to butt into a much longer program. Thanks.
Well, we'll break off into individual questions after this. Again, I want to thank the Washington Nationals. Thank you all for being here today. And these guys are such a humble group. I think to reiterate what they've done in the last 12 years with that franchise to be able to develop talent and keep a winner at the big league level is truly remarkable. Bob comes from a remarkable baseball family and has a great background in World Series as a player, and has managed and coached and done so much in this game. His kids have done the same. And so we're thrilled to be around great baseball people, and we are so thankful for this partnership. We look forward to the next 2 years and beyond with the Washington Nationals. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Washington. We're so thankful to have you here.